Hi, I'm Adam, and this is Flashback. This is the series where I go back to the first installment of a long running franchise to see if it still holds up today. Well, for us in the US, today is Memorial Day. This is the day to honor our fallen troops, and so what better time to go back to the very first installment of one of the games that really honors our troops, Medal of Honor. This was originally produced by DreamWorks, the same company whose film division did Saving Private Ryan, very close to the same time. This was basically the very first game that pushed the idea of doing first-person shooters set in World War II. Basically, were it not for Medal of Honor, Call of Duty wouldn't exist. I know that doesn't say too much because of the rather crappy reputation Call of Duty has now. But this was definitely a major groundbreaker. And for this flashback, I'm going to be loading up the game, checking out a few levels, and seeing if this game can still hold up today.
Human civilization has always known conflict. But it wasn't until the 20th century that the scope magnified to such a bloody scale as to engulf the entire world. In the aftermath of the war to end all wars, Adolf Hitler and his Nazi party fanned the flames of a broken and dispirited nation, rebuilding the country from the ashes of the Versailles Treaty into a fascist juggernaut that seemed unstoppable. They pushed all the way to the Atlantic in their blitzkrieg, with England their next target. But Winston Churchill and his small island nation won the Battle of Britain, holding out through Hitler's terror bombing for an entire year. They stoked the fires of freedom long enough to stay alive and to save the world. After Pearl Harbor, the United States, with all its military and industrial muscle, entered the war. First Africa, then Italy, and then finally Fortress Europe itself. You, soldier, are a part of this great crusade. Are you ready to rise above and beyond the call of duty?
Yes, sir. Funny enough, the D-Day invasion wouldn't show up until the third Medal of Honor game. Okay. When it comes to these games, I don't really pay that much attention to the multiplayer. Mostly because of the fact that, really, at this point, it's just basic two-player split-screen deathmatch, so. You would not be wanting to load this up for the multiplayer, you'll be wanting to load it up for the single player. And to be fair, the single player in this is the star attraction, back when single player was the star attraction for first-person shooters. Yeah, back at this point, they were still trying to figure out how to do first-person shooter controls on a console. It wouldn't be until a couple of years later with Halo that they'd really get cemented.
Good morning, Lieutenant. I'm Colonel Hargrove from the Office of Strategic Services. I'll get right to the point. The OSS was formed 2 years ago by presidential order to serve as the intelligence branch of the United States military. Our mission is anything and everything. Espionage, sabotage, subversion, search and rescue, you name it, we do it. Now, from time to time, we recruit people from outside of the regular ranks, especially if they've got a particular skill we need. Like you, Lieutenant Patterson. What you did last Monday got our attention. I know you consider yourself just another anonymous pilot in the Transport Corps, but taking out a half a dozen of the Wehrmacht and then sneaking back into friendly territory is quite an impressive feat of soldiering by anyone's measure. I had your records from basic and OCS pulled. Your instructors gave you high marks for weapons and munitions training. You were the top marksman in your class, excellent leadership skills, noted for being especially smart and resourceful. I also had your university transcript pulled. You were just one semester away from getting your aerospace engineering degree before you enlisted. You had earned straight A's from start to finish. In short, Lieutenant, you're just the kind of man we're looking for. But it's completely up to you whether you want to join us or not. Unfortunately, there's not much time to make a decision, so if the answer is yes, you'll be on a plane within the hour heading back to France. If it's no, you'll be ordered to forget we ever had this conversation. So, Lieutenant Patterson, what will it be?
Obviously, it'd be yes, otherwise there wouldn't be a game. And it is just cool hearing his voice. The actor who provides that voice is W. Morgan Shepherd. I actually wrote about him in one of my vocal articles. He's done a lot of bit parts, especially in the Star Trek shows and various movies. I mostly know him as the main villain in the movie Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. He was an awesome actor. Okay, bonjour, my name is Manon. Funny enough, you would take control of Manon in the sequel, Medal of Honor Underground. Colonel Hargrove tells me that you've decided to join the OSS. Welcome to the fight. I'll be your liaison with the French resistance. We call ourselves the Maquis. Time is of the essence, so press the X button to turn the page and start the briefing. Your first mission begins immediately. An Allied G3 operations officer was shot down last night. He and his pilot were returning from a secret rendezvous with my Maquis comrades when their plane was hit. The G3 has vast knowledge not only of Allied battle plans, but of the resistance as well. The whole French underground in the region is at stake. We found the pilot this morning, but there's been no sign of the G3. The Wehrmacht search parties are out in force, so at least we know the Germans haven't found him. Yet. Start by locating the downed plane and see where the trail leads. Sometimes I have trouble reading. The pilot's logbook is also missing, so be on the lookout for it as well. Hint, to gain control of a German machine gun, press the action button. Good luck. Okay, the load times are a little faster because I'm playing this on my PS3. And that's also why the textures are a little smoother. Animations are a little jittery. And there's also the fact that when you go into aiming mode, you absolutely can't move. But it was that way in GoldenEye as well. In fact, you could think of this as GoldenEye in World War II. Yeah, that's one thing that sucks, the fact that you can't actually stockpile healing items or anything like that. Even though the visuals look rough now, the atmosphere is pretty impressive, even now. What definitely helps is that score, which just fits. One thing that kind of hurts is the fact that there are no difficulty settings. I can't remember if they actually resolved that little issue in the later games. Okay. Any more? One thing about the turrets is that you can't aim them. One other thing is, you can only earn medals if you score certain point thresholds, and oftentimes there'll be cases in which enemies that are required in order to hit those thresholds won't actually appear unless you do things like grab the mounted turret or something like that. There is a degree of pop-in because, let's face it, even at the time, the PS1 wasn't exactly the most powerful console out there. Now you can see the pop-in, especially when buildings are just coming into view. But even with all that, the atmosphere is still pretty impressive for the time. There are some weird things, like when you see bullet holes just floating in midair. But I guess issues like that are to be expected with games this old. In case you missed it, this game came out in 1999. More in this direction before I grab the turret. It is always cool whenever you shoot their helmets off. Hi. Someone is shooting. From where? Where are those shots coming from? Whoa. There you are. Alright. Now I left behind a field medic kit. That's not it. Where did I leave that field medic kit? It does suck that you can't stockpile items to use later. There it is. Anything else to pick up? I didn't even need to run all the way back there. There's a first aid kit right there. Okay, there's the logbook, which was the first objective. Yeah, the enemies can be a little stupid. But hey, stupidity with Nazis, no big loss. I see you. There's the plane. There you go. I heard you. Okay, save that field surgeon kit. Okay, new objective is enter the town. Since I'm into horror movies and horror games, my big thing is atmosphere, and the atmosphere is just unparalleled, even now. I saw you. There you are. Yeah, to get top marks for the level, it really depends on your accuracy and how much health you have left when you exit. Hello. It's always cool to see animations depending on where you hit them. Like I just shot that guy in the foot. Okay. Any more Nazis? I guess not. If they were going to show up when I manned the turret, they would have popped in by now. What, no one's going to pop out the door? Okay. Top marks. 3 stars is the best you can get for a level. And it's cool to get those specific evaluations depending on where you've been doing the most damage. In this particular case, I was getting most of my hits by winging them. So I got Arm Slinger. The only reason my accuracy really took a hit was during the mounted segments. Man, even things like this take me back. Okay. Très bien, Patterson. Those hedgerows were crawling with Germans. I'm glad to see you made it through all in one piece. The G3's trail has brought you to my home village of Dubuisson. The G3 knew that there was an active Maquis cell here, so I hope he's safe in their hideout. Unfortunately, there is a more pressing problem: the Gestapo. Set up as the Nazi Party's secret police, the Gestapo is filled with miscreants and wanton criminals who lack the discipline of professional soldiers. Gestapo members are ransacking homes and shops, brutally driving out the civilians who live and work here. These are people who have supported the resistance throughout the war. Please, you must do something to help them. If you eliminate some of the officers and destroy their ability to communicate with headquarters, I'm confident these thugs will scurry away like rats. Your objectives are: neutralize at least 8 of the Gestapo officers, destroy the unit's radio, and find the Maquis hideout. Yeah, the load times are a little faster on here because it's on the PS3, but you could just imagine how much slower it was to load back on the original hardware. There you go. I think I hear the radio. Objective number 1 is complete. Alright. That obviously grabbed someone's attention. Oh, there you are. I trust the sound engineers got major awards or something for this game. Well, that was one Gestapo. Or would that have just counted as SS? Come on. Okay, I trust they're not just gonna run back and forth waiting for me to come to them. Come on, assholes. I think I got him in the balls there. Don't worry, I'm not gonna go all crazy. I'm not gonna go all crazy political about the fact that I'm spending Memorial Day shooting Nazis. Especially since, if you talk to any Germans today, they rightfully consider this a very dark moment in their history. In fact, I have spoken to Germans. I visited Munich a long time ago. And even had one very good match of Fear in which I was playing with a German. I guess this is the way onward. Or is this the way onward? Oh. Headshot. Okay. I know I could easily switch to the automatic, but what can I say? This Garand is doing me the best. I saw you. I could have sworn I saw an SS over there. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, sometimes the movement is a little bit on the jittery side, especially if you get caught on a corner. Okay, hopefully this isn't going to pop me right in the middle of the square. Oh, I see a sniper. Looks like he hasn't spotted me, though. Okay, there's a field medic kit. Make note of that for later. Whoa. Oh, okay. Okay, since there's a field surgeon kit, better go and grab the smaller one right now. The other thing with the field surgeon kit were grenades. Hi. That's it for the Gestapo. Okay. Last thing is locate the Maquis hideout. Hi. I had the grenades, I was going to use them. Sniper. That is kind of funny how when it's on the balcony, they sometimes need a reminder that they're supposed to fall over. Anyone else? Oh yeah, sniper. See? Bit of a delay there. I find that a little amusing. And I saw you. Okay, anyone else?
Du verdienst nicht Leben! Hallo? Nicht zu leben!
Well, the Maki are definitely well hidden.
Wir haben keine Chance gegen...
Okay, I'm switching back to the M1. Perfect headshot.
Leg den um! Du hast meinen Kameraden getötet! Was geht ihr?
There you go. Okay, those who are used to floods of enemies, like when you're playing Doom or something like that, you're not going to get that. At most, it would be about 2 or 3 enemies at a time. Stay down.
Achtung, Ami!
Stay down, Scheissgopf. How sick is it that one of the only German words I know is the word for shithead?
Ist da jemand? Du hast meinen Kameraden getötet! Hallo!
Okay, there's the way to the Maki base. Okay, since I'm just about there, go ahead and grab that field surgeon kit all the way back here. That way I'm at full health when I exit the level. Yeah, you remember a point when you actually had to find health packs and things like that? I think people got too spoiled on the idea of regenerating health. And 3 stars this time too. And my accuracy was much better. It did take a bit of a hit when I switched over to the grease gun. And still nailing arms a lot more than everything else. Although I did get 18 ball shots. Okay. I think that'll do it for tonight. So, does this game hold up? I'd say it largely does. Yeah, sure, the mechanics are a little jilted because of all the advancements over the last 20 years in the genre, but it still has great atmosphere. Even though enemies don't come at you in large numbers, the fights still feel tense. Maybe it's because you're having to deal with old mechanics or things like that, but it still works. There's no denying the visuals are, well, they're old. This is a 5th generation game here, and we started the 9th generation after all. The limited draw distance can be a bit of a headache, especially when you have snipers. But overall, I say this game is still worth checking out if you really want to see the beginnings of not just the Medal of Honor series, which from what I understand is looking to get rebooted soon, but also really the start of World War II first-person shooters in general. Like I said before, Call of Duty wouldn't exist were it not for this game, because of the fact that Infinity Ward got their start with Medal of Honor Allied Assault on the PC. The whole reason why they switched to Call of Duty is the fact that they had the game engine, but they weren't employed by EA anymore. So, if you got a working device that can play PS1 games, whether it be a PS3 like I'm playing right here, or if you still have a couple PS2s lying around, go ahead and dust it off and maybe give it another go. It is Memorial Day after all. So what do you think? Want to see me go further into this game? I did this specifically for Memorial Day, but I am open to continuing the game if there's enough of a demand for it. Let me know in the comments below. Give a like, maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Have any comments you want to send along? You could either drop them down below or send them to my Twitter. My handle's right there. Thanks a lot for joining me for this special event. Have a good Memorial Day. Take care and game on.